What's going on, people? Welcome back to Drifty TV and welcome to the first edition of Drifty's Unemotional Review. As I explained yesterday to everyone who was on KOP-ISH, big up to all you KOP-ISH viewers. I'm going to be doing this after every game now, within like 24 hours of the game. Give me a chance to calm down, not be in my feelings or my joy or my, you know what I mean? When you overdo things, you might go a bit overboard either way. Yeah, so this is just going to be a little segment on my channel now. Probably one of the only things I'm going to do Liverpool based on my channel. I do want to make my channel very neutral based and just talk about football in general, the sport I love more than anything. But obviously, there's going to be stuff I got to talk about with Liverpool if there's some madness. And this review is going to include a madness. So these officials, yeah, officials, because I have to do the air quotes because I don't even know if these men are actually officials. I don't know how these people can call themselves referees and whatever, because their bias or their incompetence is out of control now. It's out of control. And if anybody who's watching this who isn't a Liverpool fan is going to be like, oh, you're crying, you're moaning. What's wrong with you, Liverpool fans? First of all, that's just you being, you know, a rival. I get it. But at the same time, understand that this isn't us crying. We won the game yesterday 4-0, and we're also top of the league. We ain't crying. We're not being salty. We are annoyed. We are fed up. We have had enough of watching our team being screwed out of decisions that will either improve the result of the game or show a prejudice or a bias or a just cheating is probably the only word to put it against Liverpool. And it all happened back when Klopp called out the PGOL, whatever the hell they are called. And he asked questions about why certain things are happening. And there's certain referees like Paul Tierney, who was on VAR yesterday, like Coop and all these referees that just continually seem to always give us poor officiating. Just poor. And why are they always taking charge of Liverpool games? There are a lot of officials in this league. Why do we always keep getting the same officials taking charge of either the VAR or the actual game itself? I'm confused. And something needs to be done, because either these people have a personal prejudice towards Liverpool or the overall, you know, body that may be know what's going on here. But either way, these men should not be refereeing Liverpool games anymore, and we have to do something about the standard of refereeing in these Liverpool games. I know the standard is poor, full stop. All the pundits, even on the big stations, will talk about how bad the officiating is, but it is incredibly, incredibly bad whenever Liverpool are playing. We've had, what, 3 apologies already from them? We don't want apologies. Save your apology. If you keep apologizing for the same thing, eventually people will understand. You don't actually care. If I slap you in your face and then I'm like, oh, do you know what? I'm sorry. And then the next day I slap you in the face. Yeah, I'm sorry. How many times have I got to slap you in the face and say sorry before you're like, your sorries are empty and meaningless. You're doing this on purpose. I don't care about your sorries anymore. Like, so I'm going to start there, and then I'm going to get into the crux of the game, because you've got to start with the bad and then end with the positive. Now I'm going to, like, legend in the game, Patrick Kluivert. His son, doppelganger of him, by the way. He could never deny that was his son. Justin Kluivert, I mean, he finished the game yesterday, right? He was substituted at whatever minute it was. He came off. He had 1 or 2 opportunities where he nearly scored a goal as well, and he contributed to Bournemouth playing well. He's a good player, right? What was he still doing on the pitch, people? What was he still doing on the pitch, people? Now, look how high up on Diaz's leg this tackle is, and look where the ball is. Look where the ball is. And look where Justin Kluivert's foot is. Now, do you know what the referee said in VAR? Who was Paul Tierney? He said it was reckless, not dangerous. What the fuck does that mean? Isn't there such a thing as reckless driving? You still get charged, right? If I crash into a person, they don't go, let's let him off for reckless driving. He didn't mean it. Wasn't dangerous driving. What are we talking about? They're not even using the right terminologies for their scandal. Look at this tackle, people. Look how high up on Diaz this foul is. In what world are we living in where this is not a red card? Look where the ball is. And look where it's like, I'm confused. This game just showed me, and look at the look on McAllister's face, people. McAllister is thinking to himself in that moment, what am I witnessing right now? Look at McAllister's face, people. McAllister is understanding what he's witnessing right now. Look at the grimace on his face. He understands what the hell is going on here. Diaz has just been fully studied, literally halfway up his leg. If you see the LFC on the back of the sock of Diaz, which is about halfway up his calf, his boot is pretty much stretched from his ankle right up to where it says LFC on the back of the Liverpool socks. How the fuck did Paul Tierney in VAR not think that this was a red card? In fact, how did the official on the pitch not even notice this tackle to the point where he wasn't even yellow carded? He wasn't even yellow carded, people. Not only did he get away with a red, he wasn't even yellow carded. Every dog and his son knows that that was a red card. And I don't care, we won the game 4-0. It was 0-0 at that point. Take me, I could really go on, but I don't want to get myself in trouble. Yeah? Let's go on to part 2. How was this not a penalty on Jota? If I could show it in fast motion, it would be even more obvious. But obviously I can't. I can only show you the stills. Please explain to me how that is not a foul. He is taking his leg from underneath him while he's running, taking the full momentum out of him. And if you can see right there, people, the contact is on the point of the line. Everybody in football who knows the rules know a foul on the line or within the box is a penalty. Explain to me in what world, and by the way, Jota was also pushed by the player that was behind him. I didn't actually catch them in shot, but there is actually a player who pushed Jota. So we was already in the momentum of a disadvantage from the push, and then he is fouled in his momentum on the edge of the box, on the line. That is as clear as day that foul has taken place on the line. No penalty. I don't even think VAR checked it. And if they checked it so quickly that there wasn't even like time added on for the check. How is that not a penalty? How is that not a foul? Again, you can see where the ball is. He made no contact with the ball, full contact with Jota's leg, took Jota out. It was the most obvious foul you could ever ask for. Nah. No foul. Play on. Play on. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What is this all about? Like, listen. Something's got to be done. I don't know if we have to get a petition going. I don't care if we have to keep making videos like this, putting things up on the social media stuff or whatever. Something has to be done. We cannot just keep getting apologies and then acting like everything is okay. Imagine if Liverpool had drawn that game 0-0. And we had 2 decisions of that level of scandal that would have drawn us away from being able to get the 3 points. That would have been a penalty, which is almost an 80-20, it's a goal in today's day and age. I give a keeper 20% chance of saving. But if you look at the majority of penalties, 80% of them are converted, probably higher. I've never looked into it. That's just educated guess. But I'd probably say it could even be higher of penalties during games in the Premier League. How many are converted to how many are saved. So it's almost a guaranteed goal to a degree when you get a penalty awarded, right? And that could have been the difference between 0-0 or 1-0. And Kluivert was able to help Bournemouth to continue to attack and play well, especially in the first half. If he'd have been dismissed, they would have been at a disadvantage and we would have been able to take advantage of of a scandalous foul. What if Diaz had have not been able to continue? Is that what has to happen? Do you have to have a broken leg before the referee or the linesman or the VAR, whoever the officials are who see it, are like, well, we can't really let him get away with this one. He's broken his leg there. Diaz already missed a year of football because of a dirty arse challenge from Partey in the Arsenal game last season or the season before last. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? But hey, it's Liverpool, innit? Who gives a shit? But moving past the negative, on reflection, seeing the game again, the goals in this game were absolutely superb. But all the goals, all 4 of the goals, the way they were all taken, were absolutely superb. And I'm not gonna run a whole thing about the Nunes haters and all the shit talking that goes on and all the rubbish that gets said about this brilliant footballer that we have at our football club. I just leave it to you. I just leave it to you. You already know who you are and you already know what problems you have with him. That's your issue. That's not a us issue. That's not a him issue. That's a you issue. This guy has got 20 goal contributions this season. The first Premier League player to reach 10 goals and 10 assists, 10 goals and 10 assists in all competitions this season. The first. I'm not saying there aren't people who scored more goals than him, because Haaland, Solanke, Salah have scored more goals than him, but they don't have more assists than him. And there's some people who don't even have more assists than him, who are supposed to be these mad creative players. And that's not even me sitting there saying Nunes is mad creative, but some of his assists are absolutely brilliant. They're not little 2-yard passes. Some of them are slip through balls, intelligent cutbacks. You know what I mean? Like, they're very good. I think there's only maybe one that was like a really easy one to do. I think it was the Jones deflected goal in the game against Fulham. I think it was, where he only merely passed it maybe like 5 yards. A lot of his other assists are very good assists. So we're not even talking about like really crap assists. We're talking about important, game-changing moments, whether it be assisting or scoring, match-winning goals, Newcastle. Like, if it's a you issue, it's not an us issue. It's not a him issue. If you can't appreciate 20 goal contributions within the 21st game of the season, I think it was, or whatever, then again, I don't care. Yes, he's got to improve on some of these big chances missed. Of course he does. I never have and I never will deny that. But if you just keep on concentrating on that all the time, again, that's a you issue, not an us issue. All strikers miss chances. All of them. Case in point, look at Jota's goal yesterday. What a finish. His second goal. What a finish. But what happened before he did the finish? Absolutely fluffed the first chance, and the ball span up, and then he was so switched on, he was able to capitalize on it, and he scored the after effect of the poor. But it was a terrible attempt the first time round. What? But because Jota's more clinical than Nunes, no one will say anything. Because if Nunes did that, look how crap he is. He ain't got a touch. And I'm saying this to prove to you, all top quality players are capable of having these moments where you think, how the hell did that happen? Jota is a gunman. How did he miscue the pass like the shot like that? How on earth did that even happen? Because it happens to the best. So stop banging on about what he's not doing or what you don't think he's doing well enough, and let's start concentrating on what he's contributing, and let's start appreciating what he is doing, and let's just be positive rather than negative. Yeah, stop doing this what we don't have, being angry about, and let's appreciate what we do have. We have an extremely effective, dangerous, chaotic, just all-round good forward who's still relatively young, 24 years old, will improve, will get better. And hey, he's a big game player as well. Because if you go back through his Liverpool career, and you see in a lot of the big games, he shows up. A lot of the big games, he shows up. But anyway, I digress. I'm not going to do the whole Nunes thing because that's a you issue, not a me issue, like I said. And Jota's 2 goals, the first finish from Jota was absolutely superb. My word. Bottom posting in after easily the move of the game. Ibu, about 40-yard pass up the field. Ibu, by the way, my word. Ibs. Chest control from Jones, brings it down, lays it off to Jota. Jota, first time, left-footed pass into the path of Nunes. Nunes, brilliant finish. And obviously, Jota's first goal. Nunes really, really works hard. Kind of like puts the defender off, wins a tussle, so to speak, fouled. Gakpo picks it up, continues. Gakpo was brilliant when he came on, by the way. Lays it into the path of Jota, and that bottom finish from Jota, that bottom posting in, my word, Jota. I'm going to have a conversation about Liverpool forwards at some point later down the line as well, because I think Carragher went a bit too far when he said that he's a better finisher than everyone who's played for Liverpool, bar possibly Fowler. I think he might be going a bit too far. But then again, I don't know. Let's assess it and let's figure it out. It's a very difficult thing to just say yes or no, right? So I might delve into that one and try and find out what it is. May even do that on KOP-ISH with the boys. I'm sure they'll be wanting to be involved in that conversation. But you know what I mean? We'll leave that for another day. But all in all, people, an unbelievable victory yesterday. Do not let this one go under the radar. Everybody knew that was going to be a banana skin. Everybody knew that they had the potential to beat us. We were at their ground. It was a very windy day, and that's not to make excuses. My fence in the garden has been blown down. I woke up this morning and there's no fence. That's how bad the weather's been. It was crazy yesterday, the weather. There was a point before the game when they actually showed like a small version of what would start a tornado blowing up above the stadium. You could see the wind literally swirling above the stadium. You could see the players' jerseys during the game. The weather was crazy yesterday. So we navigated a potential banana skin like experts yesterday. And the first half wasn't too great. But the second half, we showed just who we are. And this victory should not go under the radar. I think it made a statement. We have a very, very tough run on the back of this as well. We know that we have Chelsea at home, and I don't care. Chelsea is still Chelsea. They're still capable. And then we're away at Arsenal. This is a crazy run of 3 games in the Premier League, albeit there's a little gap between it now. We have the League Cup and the FA Cup. But that Chelsea home game and then that Arsenal away game are massive in this title race. Massive. And the Bournemouth game was the beginning of that difficult run of 3 games. And we navigated that one first. God's willing, inshallah, we will navigate the other 2 and we will come out the other side with 9 points. But yeah, I'm super, super pleased. Super pleased. So let me know, guys, in the chat what you think. Again, I'm really pissed at these officials, but I'm not going to get myself in trouble. I really could go in. And you know what? Even if you lot want to give me some suggestions in the comments of what we can do to maybe try and get notice put on this, because something's got to be done. Something's got to be done. It does. But what a performance from the boys. Well done, Jota and Nunes with the goals. Ibu, absolutely outstanding yesterday. Virgil, absolutely outstanding again. Bradley, don't get me started on this young kid. Don't get me started on this young kid. Nunes could have had another assist if Bradley wasn't so young. And, you know, I mean, afterwards, you just got to smile at the young buck when he's like, he's never been in an opportunity. He couldn't believe it. And he doesn't know how he missed. Fair play to the kid for owning up to it and accepting it. We'll let him off the hook. He's been absolutely brilliant for us. And he's not a goal scorer. He's a right back. Even though he should have scored. But Nunes could have had another assist. It could have been 11 assists and 10 goals. You know what I mean? Because that was a brilliant left-footed cross from Nunes to the back post for him. But, you know, Bradley, he's been absolutely unbelievable in the absence of Trent. And again, if you look at the players missing, it was what made yesterday's victory even more impressive. We have got an abundance of top talent missing. We have to hope and pray now about the hamstring injuries of Mo and Curtis. We're on a knife edge now. We're down to the bare bones, and we've got a good squad, but we've got so much going on. We are down to the bare bones. I don't think we're going to dip into the transfer market. So we've got to get these players back. But there you have it, people. It's been Drifty's Unemotional Review. Big up your damn selves, everyone who's watched. Please make sure you subscribe. Smash that like button for me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, people. Especially to try and get the channel monetized so I can do what I can. Bring you to make this a full-time gig now. You know what I mean? I just want to do this for a living. Talk to you people, which I love doing. And I love that you lot appreciate it and you show your love back. So please, again, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share, get this out there. And make sure you share to you subscribe and stay tuned to KOP-ISH as well, people. That's my baby. Always will be. We move. We absolutely move. So on that note, people, it's been your boy Drift. And I'm out of here.